Are you ready to learn how to make a web page using Squarespace? In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to create a basic website which will contain 4 pages: the home page, about us, contact page, and blog, so stick around. What's up everyone, I'm Jeff, co-founder of TheFigCo. We're here to help you grow your business online. If you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Today's the day to learn how to make a website. And so I'm not a developer, I'm not a designer. Sure, my team's made a few websites in Squarespace before, but my role is I haven't really had to do that. And so maybe I've written a blog post or changed some of the text or added a code for Google Analytics, but I haven't actually built one from scratch until today. And so what I wanted to show all of you is it's not that hard. If I can do it, you can follow along and you can build your own website with Squarespace. And so I'd encourage you to check out the link below to Squarespace, get a free trial for 2 weeks, and actually you can get 10% off your first purchase if you use the discount code you'll find there as well. But follow along with this video, we'll create the home page, about us, contact page, and blog. Also, we created a free Squarespace course. I'm going to link that up above here, and you'll also find it in the description, where we'll go through things in more detail than we're doing today. And so with all of that, why don't we hop on the computer and give it a shot. All right, so here we are on Squarespace's homepage. Click Get Started. Then there's 2 options here: answer a few questions or start browsing templates. We're going to start with the templates. And so you can browse the different categories that'll help you find the right template for your business. We're going to start designing a web page using Rally, which is this one. Start with Rally. And then I already have an account, so I can log in. Start. All right, so this is what the website builder is going to look like. Alongside you have pages, design, commerce, marketing, analytics, settings, and help. So anything you want to do, you'll see kind of the options in any given section will pop up as you scroll over them. Let's start with the title and edit that. So this is going to be my personal web page, so change the title to Jeff Thalen. I can't type. And then so if you have a logo, you can add that here. Also, another important thing to create is a favicon, which is this little icon here. This is just a Squarespace one right now, but you want to add a custom one. And also a logo for social media. We'll just go with the text right now. And then save. And then let's start working on the home page. And so what I want to do is manage the sections, because some of these I just don't want. So this I don't want. I just want to start with this part here. And then another thing before we get too far into this, why don't we go and change the actual name of this page so it's something you can share with friends and other things as you're building it. Click on domains. Click here, built-in domain. And let's put Jeff Thalen. And so now you'll see it's jeffthalen.squarespace.com. After that, one more thing in settings. Let's go to site visibility and change it to password protected. Create a password here and click save. This allows you to send it to a friend, colleague, someone else to have them take a look at the web page, or you can see how it looks publicly as opposed to within this editor. All right, so here's what the home looks like. Let's start to edit that a little bit. Let's edit the banner. Image, upload image. Save. All right, so now I got my face on the home page. And then let's edit the rest of it. And so here, I don't think I want this text, and then this I'm gonna edit. And then click on the little clipboard whenever you're copying and pasting text from somewhere else, because it'll take away all the formatting. Then click OK. Here we go. This button I want to edit. So here I can change to anything I want. Let's send people to my YouTube channel, let's say. And then the click-through URL, delete what was there. And then usually if it's an external domain, you want to open it in a new window. So you want to leave this window open for this web page and then open, say, my YouTube channel in a separate window. Then click apply. Now this is a link to my YouTube channel. Well, I don't want this text over my face. And so what I can essentially do is, so whenever you see these little pop-ups here, you can click on it and then add something else. And so what I want to do is I want a spacer. Instead of a horizontal spacer like this, what I want to do is put one over here. And then so now you can see this takes up kind of half of the width of the page. And then now the text is along the side. And so this spacer here, I want to delete to move up everything just a little bit. And then now it looks something like this. Click Save. And that's the very top part of the home page. The next section, so here, again, if we click Manage Sections, I'm going to go through and delete a lot of stuff. And then say this section here, I have the TheFigCo channel and I have Mr. Thalen, which is another YouTube channel that I manage. Let's say I want to add those both here. And then add the links, then update the links to the buttons. So I'm fine with the text staying the same, delete the URL, add a different URL. Again, open a new window, apply. Then here, edit button, learn more as well. And then, of course, I'm not a big fan of this background. Let's save the text. All right, so the text has all been updated. If I click banner now, I can change the image behind it. Delete the old image. Upload an image. And so some of the stock photos, I'm getting them all from Pexels. I'll put a link to that down below. You can basically search their website and there's thousands of different stock images you can use for your website that cost nothing. Click Save. All right, so the next image, or the next section, I'm sorry, is basically a social feed from Instagram. So if I click on Edit, follow me on Instagram. Let's get rid of this text. Save. And then now here, edit this. I'm going to have to connect an account. Authorize. There we go. So now I have my Instagram connected, and so I can choose how many different images I want to show here. So let's do 4. So it's just one row. Apply. Okay, and then another section here for email. Oh, let's save that section, sorry. And then moving on to the next section here, subscribe to my newsletter. So this is the form from Squarespace. We use ConvertKit for our email marketing. We have a whole series of videos related to ConvertKit and just email marketing in general. I'll link to that up above so you can learn more about that if you're interested. But I want to edit this banner. And so then this newsletter I don't want. I'm going to delete that. And then what I do want actually is click on this thing, and then if I insert code, HTML, I can take the form that I have from ConvertKit. So this is the form that I'd want. I want to embed it with HTML. Copy all this HTML. Go back to the web page. Paste here. Apply. Save. All right, so we've got the newsletter embedded now from ConvertKit. Now let's update the background behind it. Remove this image. Upload an image. Save. Okay, and so we have these sections with the home now. Let's update this navigation here. And so let's go through and delete what we're seeing now, because those aren't sections that I'll have on my website. And so what I do want is an about. And so anything you just drag and drop into primary navigation is going to go up here. So we have about is now there. Contact. All right, so now I have these two sections for the primary navigation. I don't know if I like these, like the two navigations here. So what you can just go do for the secondary one is just go and delete all this. Okay, so now there's no secondary navigation, just the primary one. And so let's start updating these pages. So about. So this is about rally and has text here. Let's change that. About Jeff. And so I haven't written all my bio and everything yet. If you're not quite sure what you're going to put in a certain section, what I'd recommend doing is going to a text generator. So Lorem Ipsum is this Latin text generator that you can find 1,000 of them across the internet. This is nice because you say, hey, I want 3 paragraphs and click generate. Copy the text. And then again, click on the clipboard, paste it in. This formatting doesn't matter. If you click OK, it'll just put it in with the formatting of the website. And so this is what 3 kind of long paragraphs would look like on this page. One of the things here that I'm noticing is like there's all this blank space. And so if I wanted to put the image with, like have the text wrap around the image, I can just drag and drop the image. When it shows like that, it's going to put it within the box that has the text. So I do that. And then now what I can do is, so here there's this little spacer here. So if I delete that, there we go. So we have the text across the whole thing. So now the text in the about section doesn't take up quite as much space. And then so this image here, I don't want that image on the about me. So I'm gonna add this image. So I took all these pictures, you'll notice, with the same shirt that I'm wearing. I ran around today, took a couple pictures so I could do this video. And so let's say I don't want this full width to this image, or I want to make some changes to it. Click on Image Editor. Crop. And let's just say I want to bring in the sides a little bit. Click Save. Click Apply. All right, so I have a tiny little image here. Now obviously if I drag this out, it'll look something like this, and you'll see now that the text wraps around the image, and I think that looks a lot better. Let's click Save. And so that's the About page now. The Contact, fairly similar. All right, so we have the Contact page, there's an image. Let's start editing this. Contact Jeff, contact me, and then let's update this text. Okay, so we have updated text here. And then for the form, one of the things you want to make sure with your website is that you're sending this form somewhere so you know when someone signed up. And so let's say contact me page for the name. So you'll get an email and it'll tell you what form someone's signing up for. And then storage. And then email, you basically want to activate this, add your email so you know, so it's going to send you anytime someone signs up. And then you can update these fields if there's something else you want to ask someone before they're able to submit the form. Click Apply. Okay, so if someone signs up to that, I'll get notified. This image I need to update. Delete the old one. Add a new one. Again, let's crop this image a little bit. Apply. And then again, if you want to move stuff around, like here, you can see there's a spacer here. I could delete this so the contact me is parallel to the top of the image. Click Save. All right, so I've got a contact page now. And then from there, let's go, there's a blog demo. Let's click on that. And then, so the thing is here, you can use the example and copy it, which has a bunch of articles already, or if you want to remove it, delete. And then, because that was basically going to be the page that was named blog. And so what I want to do now is actually want that to be in the primary navigation. Click plus, blog. What's it called? Enter. And then now I have a blank blog. And so what I want to do here is, let's put up a couple articles. And so again, let's use the text generator. I'm not going to write this article right here while you're waiting. This one will be 4 paragraphs, generate. So now we have the written text. Again, you see these little arrows here where you can add images, you can add forms for collecting emails, all sorts of things within any of your blog posts. Let's not do that right now. Then let's go to options. Okay, so we want a thumbnail image. And you can see to write a small excerpt here, like what the article is about. This will show up in a couple of different places. Then let's click Save and Publish. And then real quickly, I'm going to add 2 more blog posts. All right, so as you can see now, I have 3 articles on my blog. And so whenever you click on the logo or your name, it'll take you to whatever the home page is. All right, so let's update these banners. So let's say I wanted to add a section that showed a summary of the blog articles. And so what I could do here is essentially add content. Latest blog posts. And then let's say it's a blank format. You can choose different formatting options. I usually just like to start from scratch and start adding stuff, start editing. So my latest. So I don't want this maybe to be plain text. I would want this to be, so you should only have one heading 1 on a page. And then others you want to say, this is heading 2. I want this to be centered. And then let's say we want to add, so if we had a summary, so say grid, and then what's it a summary of? Let's say the blog. And then if we go to layout, so we want standard width images, which I think is what these are. You can change the spacing between the images and text. So let's put this to say 30. The text alignment, the text size, and then if we click on display, do we want to show title, the thumbnail, excerpt, the metadata? So this is going to show the date. Let's say I don't want to show that, so I'll click none, and you'll see the date disappear. And so I just want, so the excerpt is the thing I showed you before. You can fill in a short summary, and that would show up below the title. And then if I click apply, and then save. So I have, here's the banner across the top of the home page, my latest blog post. Let's say I want to add 1 more section. So let's go to manage sections. And let's move this around a little bit. So let's say I want to do, I'm trying to grow my email list, so I want to move this up a little bit. So let's think about it this way. So we have, the top of the home page, my latest articles, sign up for my email list. Yeah, I think my Instagram is kind of the very last thing. And let's say I want to show some of my YouTube videos off here. So if I create, another section for content, my YouTube videos, blank layout, start editing. Let's center it, make it a heading 2. And let's save it for right now. And so I want to show you something a little bit different. So I want to create, so if I go down here, something to not linked, I can basically create something new that's not on another page or in the navigation yet. So what I want to do is I want to create a gallery, and I'll show you what I'm doing with this in a second. And so if I say my YouTube videos, all right, so now we don't have anything in this gallery yet. Let's go to plus, add video. And you see it'll pull in the thumbnail image from the YouTube video. Save and publish. All right, so now I have a gallery that has links to 3 videos in it. And then if I go back to pages now and go to the home page, and so the home page is actually down here in index. You can see here's the different sections. And so let's check out this my YouTube videos, it doesn't really have anything in it yet. So edit. And now, so here's the title. What I want to do is add a section which would be, again, a summary. And what's it a summary of? My YouTube videos. And so you can see the shape of the images isn't right, so you see the black above and below. So let's go to layout and change the aspect ratio to widescreen. Again, we can get rid of some of the space between the videos. And then if we go to display, I do not want to show the date posted, none. And it'll look something like that. And click save. And so to go all the way, so this down here is actually the navigation. So this is the footer navigation, so where'd that go? So I can actually just delete this page, confirm, and then it just got rid of that section. And so each template's a little bit different, so this is adding my social share buttons here in the footer, as well as up here. So the thing is, if you want to add more social buttons, what you can do is go to settings, connected accounts. So you can see my Instagram's connected. And let's say I want to connect my Twitter. Authorize. And so now you have Instagram and Twitter. And then you can obviously add a lot of other social accounts as well, but just so you have an idea how it works. And so the pages are pretty much set up, and now it's a matter of probably updating a lot of the design. And so let's say I have a specific font that I want to use. This was just all the fonts of the template. And so what I want to do is site styles. So now that we're here in the style editor, let's say I want to update the header because there's too much white here. And so you can see it says padding of 50. What if we move that to 28 and click save? Now you notice there's a lot less white space for this header. Another big thing I think is changing kind of some of the colors and fonts. And so this was just all the fonts that the template used. And so like if you have branding guidelines and want to update all the fonts, you can just use the search function here and put in fonts. All right, and so let's say I want to update all the fonts for my brand. I'm going to use, let's say, Maven Pro for everything. So I can go through to each of the different sections and select Maven Pro. Then you see updated, click off. And so basically, so there's the header, primary navigation, content fonts, mobile menu, mobile secondary menu, buttons. And so I'm going to go through and update all these for the same font. So this is an H2 tag, and let's say, so for this H2, Maven Pro, the size is only 14 points, or 14 pixels. Let's say I want to make that 30. That's how I would update it here, and then it's going to update the H2, the heading 2 font size for all the different pages on the web page. And then click save. And let's check this page out again. So you can see the header has less white space now. This font is all going to be Maven Pro. This H2 tag is now much bigger than it was originally. There again is the H2 tag. And there you have it. All right, so what'd you think? Were you able to follow along? Do you have a website up and running? If so, I'd love to see your work. Leave down below in the comment section a link to your website so everyone can check it out. Before I let you go, I wanted to remind you again of our free Squarespace course. And so in this video, we walk you through the basics of setting up a couple pages for your Squarespace page, but you'll probably want to connect your custom domain, set up Google Analytics, connect Google Search Console, maybe you want to set up the e-commerce part of it so you can sell things online, or connect Squarespace to your email marketing platform. We're going to walk you through that and a whole lot more in the course, so I'd encourage you to check it out. That's it for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. That'll help our channel grow. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, whatever it is, leave it down below in the comment section and we can continue the conversation there. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to our channel right here. If you want to watch another related video, I'll link to that above. And again, take your Squarespace course. It's free right here. Until next time, bye-bye.